we're going to start off today's lesson on multiplication, and we're going to go ahead and take some notes. So if you will get a piece of paper and something colorful to write with, you can pause the video and come back. I'm going to start with our title. We're looking at multiplication. And this is just a reminder of the steps that we need to take. So we usually multiply two-digit by two-digit or even higher numbers. So let's start with two-digit by two-digit. The first thing that we need to do is go from the ones place. Remember, the 2 is in the ones place. And then we're going to go straight up. 2 times 3 is 6, so I'm going to bring that down. Then we go back to the ones place, the 2 again. But now we're going to go over to the left to the 4. We know 2 times 4 is 8. So at this point, I'm done with the 2, and I scratch it out. We didn't carry anything, so there's nothing to scratch out. And then we lay an egg or the 0 for placement. Remember that our answer 86 starts in the ones place because we multiply from the ones place. The second answer is going to start in the tens place because we're multiplying from the tens place. That's why the 0 has to sit here, is to push the number over. So we go up to the 1. The 1 is sitting in the tens place, and we're going to go to the right. The ones place first up above us. 1 times 3 is 3. Go back to our tens place to the 1. Now we're going to go up. 1 times 4 is 4. We're done multiplying. We've multiplied all the numbers that we can. So then we're going to add the 2 together. 6 plus 0 is 6. 8 plus 3 is 11. Carry our 1. 1 plus 4 is 5. And our answer is 516. You have to think with multiplication, we could actually, here's my think box. This is the same as if we were to multiply 43 times 2, because that's 86, which we saw in this first one. And it's like multiplying 43 times 10, which gave us the second number, 430, and then we just added them together. So it's the same thing as separating them. So another, we may have another one that looks like a 3-digit times a 2-digit. And we're going to start off the same. We're going to start in the ones place. And we're going to go straight up. 5 times 2 is 10, but I can't put the 10 in the ones place, so I'm going to have to carry the 1. That separate still looks like a 10, but I've got to give the 1 over to the next place value. Go back to your 5. Now go to the left. The next number is a 1, so 5 times 1 is 5, plus your 1 that you carried is 6. Go back to the 5 because we're not done with our whole number yet. We multiplied by the 2 and by the 1, but now we have to multiply 5 times 3. Well, 5 times 3 is 15. Okay, so I'm done with the 5. I have multiplied all of them, so I'm going to go ahead and scratch that out. Now, I did have a carry, so I'm going to scratch that one out so I don't accidentally use it again. And then I'm going to lay an egg so that it moves that number over. Then we're going to start with the 4. We're going to go up to the right. 4 times 2 is 8. Go back to your 4. Now go straight up and down. The next number, 4 times 1 is 4. Go back to your 4. Now the last number is 3. 4 times 3 is 12. Now I can put it down here because I don't have another number, so I don't have to carry it. Now I'm going to add the 2 up. 0, 14, carry my 1, 10, carry my 1, 4, and bring down the 1, and put your comma to separate the 2. So make sure that you're putting them in line so that you don't get confused. If you get messy, sometimes they get unorganized. Okay, so the last one, let's do a 3-digit by a 3-digit. Again, you're going to start with the ones place. 2 times 5 is 10, carry. Go back to the 2. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. Go back to the 2. 2 times 4 is 8. So I'm done, so I'm going to do scratch, scratch, lay an egg. Go to the 1, 1 is next. And go to the right, 1 times 5 is 5. Go back to your 1. You're going to go straight up, 1 times 1 is 1. Back to your 1, 1 times 4 is 4. We're going to scratch because we're done with that one. But this time we're going to lay 2 eggs, because before I said the first 0 is meant to push the number over to the 10th spot, because the number we were multiplying by is in the 10th spot. Now we need to push it over to the hundreds place, because the next number we multiply by is in the hundreds place. So we're going to go up to the next 1, and we're going to start it on the right again. 1 times 5 is 5, so my answer starts in the hundreds place. Go back to the 1. 1 times 1 is 1. Go back to the 1, go straight up. 1 times 4 is 4. And then you're going to add them. So anytime that you have more digits that you are multiplying by, you'll just lay more eggs every time, so to speak. So we're going to add them up. 14, carry, 6, bring down your 4, and there's your answer. Okay, so that's just basic multiplication. Now, let's look at practice with multiplication using that. Okay, so the first one says Vanessa made 24 necklaces. She used 7 glass beads on each necklace. How many glass beads did Vanessa use? So we're going to start with our important information. We know that she made 24 necklaces. She used 7 glass beads on each. So we know she made 24 necklaces. So here's 1 necklace, 2 necklaces. I'm going to skip to 24. Each necklace she used 7. Well, look at my picture. I know that that is multiplication. I also know because I'm looking for a total. My work, I'm going to take my 24 and I label everything. Use 7 glass beads on each, and then I'm going to multiply. 7 times 4 is 28, 7 times 2 is 14, plus 2 is 16, and my 168 is my answer, but this is total glass beads. Okay, so you try the next one on your own. Get it up there for you. Pause the video, try it on your own, and I'll come back and check with you. Okay, so you should have paused the video and tried this one on your own. Important information. We've got 13 packages of pencils. Each package contained 12 pencils. How many pencils? Okay, so we've got 13 packages, pencils. Each contained 12 pencils. So again, 13 packages. Got 1 package, 2 packages, skip a few, 13. Each of these have 12. So I know that this is multiplication because I'm looking for a total. So I have 13 packages of pencils. There are 12 pencils in each. Multiply them. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 1 is 2. Scratch, lay an egg. 1 times 3 is 3. 1 times 1 is 1. Add them up. I have 156 pencils. Okay, so multiplication, that is our review. We'll go over more tomorrow, but let's do our notes on division. So now we're going to move over to division. So you'll need another piece of paper for notes. You can pause the video and come back if you need to get another piece of paper. Okay, our division notes. We're going to start, of course, with a title, division. With our division, we have our division house. We're dividing if we have a total, so In this case, our total is 516. We are dividing it by 12, or we look at it like we're trying to break it up into 12 groups total. So we use the reminder of does McDonald's sell cheese burger? This stands for divide, multiply, subtract, check, and bring down. So the first thing we're going to look at is, can 12 go into 5? No, so we're just going to put a 0 as a placeholder. We can multiply, but we can also just move over to the next number of 1. Now we're going to look at, does 12 go into 51? If you're not sure, you could always do your multiples of 12 to verify and see what you get. Well, I know that I can't go over 51, so 60's out. 48's my closest, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 groups of 12. So that is now divide. Next it says to multiply. Remember, I'm going to multiply 4 times 12, which we said was 48. Multiply. Subtract. Subtract these two numbers. 51 minus 48 is 3. There's my subtraction. Your check means this. Check this number. If this number is the same or more than 12, it means you should have made another group. If it's less than, you're good to go. Go on with the next. Bring down. Bring down, you're looking at, do I have another number here? Yes. I'm going to draw an arrow, bring it down. Now I have a new total. Oh, I didn't check that. I thought that was a check. Okay, and bring it down. Now I'm dividing again, but now this is the number I'm dividing. So I'm looking at 12. I'm thinking, can 12 go into 36? Well, again, remember we wrote our 12s. So I'm looking, and yes, it can go in evenly 3 times. So the 3 goes up here to show it can go in 3 times. Again, I divided. Now I'm going to multiply. 3 times 12 is exactly 36. Multiply. Subtract these two numbers. I end up with 0. I subtracted. Check. Is 0 less than 12? Yes. And bring down. I'm looking, do I have another number to bring down? No, I do not. That means that I am done. My answer is 43, and it has no remainder. Do I need to put remainder 0? No, because my answer is just 43. What we need to check on here is, do we have the numbers lined up? That's why I always put the 0 as a placeholder. I know some of you don't, but the problem is if you shift over that 4, it's going to shift your whole number and you may get off. Make sure you're checking your subtraction. Are you doing it correctly? And absolutely check and make sure that when you subtract that it's not bigger or the same as your number that you have dividing. And then the last one, check and make sure, do you have any remainder? Remember, remainders will be leftover, meaning this number right here, if it was more than 0, that would be my remainder. So let's try a few on our division. We're going to do one together, and I'll have you do one on your own, and then we'll be done. And my magic touch isn't working again. So the first one, example 1, is Mrs. Sherman has 84 markers for her students to share. She wants each table of students to have the same number of markers. If there are 6 tables in her room, how many markers will each group get? So we have 84 markers. She wants each to have the same number. If there are 6 tables in her room, how many markers? So I know I have 84 markers, and that's a total, because she's going to share them, and she wants to share with the 6 tables. Okay, so I can write, and I can say, okay, here are my 6 tables. We're going to skip. Here are my 6 tables, but I don't know how many go on each, but I do know I have 84 total. Well, that's going to be division because I'm looking for parts because I have a total. So we're just going to set it up in our division house. 84, we're trying to divide it by 6. So 6 divided by 8, that goes in once. Multiply, 1 times 6 is 6. Subtract, 8 minus 6 is 2. Check, is that 2 less than 6? Yes. Bring down the 4. My new number I'm dividing by is 24. So 6 divided into 24, I can get 4 groups. 4 times 6 is 24 exactly. Subtract, make sure, is this less than 6? Yes. Check to bring down. Do I have a number right here? No. That means that I am done, and my answer is 14, and they are 14 markers at each table. And remember, we can always go back and check. Did I do it right? Here's my check. 14, my answer, times 6 should give us 84. So if I multiply, I get 84. It checks. I did the division correctly. Okay, go ahead and do number 2 on your own. Pause the video, and then come back and check it with me. Okay, so you should have tried this one on your own. Important information, we have 75 seashells. He wanted to give his friends 5 shells each. How many friends can he share the shells with? So what I know is I have 75 seashells, and that is a total. He wants to give his friends 5 shells each. We are trying to find how many friends. That means we're looking for part. So I know that this is division. Picture, you have to think, okay, I'm going to give 5 shells to friend number 1. 5 shells to friend number 2. The problem is, I don't know how many friends I can give it to because I do know I have 75 shells. So let's divide them up. In our division house is our 75, our total. We're going to divide that by 5. Okay, first step, divide 5 into 7 goes once. Multiply, 1 times 5 is 5. Subtract, 7 minus 5 is 2. Check, is 2 smaller than 5? Yes. Bring down. My new number is 25 to divide by. 5 divided by 25 is 5. Multiply, 5 times 5 is 25, exactly. Subtract, it's 0. Check, is 0 less than 5? Yes. Is there another number to bring down? No, that means that my answer is complete. So my answer is he can share those seashells with 15 friends. We'll do the next one tomorrow in class. Put your notes in your notes section. We'll see you tomorrow.